What's up, YouTube? BigSweetC here today with a brand new little video, kind of more of an update on what's going on with YouTube and all that jazz. I'm sure you've heard by now that there is a new law called COPPA. Well, the truth is, it's not really a new law. It's been around for like almost 20 years now, but it finally started to kind of manifest itself back in 2013 when YouTube was sued for a problem that they were having. So what is COPPA law? If you don't know what COPPA law is, it is the Children's Online Protection something Act, COPPA, C-O-P-P-A. Basically, it's the law is set to protect children under the age of 13. Maybe it's 13 and under, but we'll just say children under the age of 13 from accidentally giving out their personal information via cookies and website information that's collected every time you go to a website. Now, the data that they use, if you guys don't know, and I'm sure you know all about this because Facebook's been in trouble for it a lot lately. What websites do is they collect the cookies. Every time you go to a new website, it says, "We take cookies." You have to accept it before they'll let you actually go to the website. Those cookies contain personal information. Your websites you visited specifically, what you may be looking at BestBuy.com, at Amazon.com, at Walmart, and then any videos that you might watch on, say, Facebook or YouTube. And that information is then used by the platform to identify other videos to recommend you, and then give you what are called personal... Sorry, I'm drawing a blank on all these names all of a sudden, but personal ads, for a lack of a better term. And there is something for that, but essentially they are directed personally at you. So if you go to bestbuy.com and look up an Alienware computer, next time you go to Twitch, you're probably going to get a commercial from Alienware. If you go to amazon.com and you're looking up diapers because you want to order them over online, because they're super cheap compared to like Kroger's or Albertsons or whatever you guys have, Ralph's if you're out west. If you're looking up diapers, the next time you go to YouTube, you're probably going to get a Johnson & Johnson commercial, you know, for baby ointment or baby powder, that kind of thing. That's what cookies do. But they also allow you to store your information for those of you that are not very secure in the way you give out information and are lazy to have to retype everything in. So when you go to Amazon.com or you go to BestBuy.com and you type in your credit card information, the next time you go to that website or the next time you go to another website, if you've selected to save it all, you won't have to type in your credit card number because it'll be right there. So what that does is that allows kids, when they get on their parents' website information, to go in and just randomly buy stuff that they see ads for with no rhyme or reason because the credit card information is already stored. So that is what YouTube was sued for in general. Now they were sued because a lot of people thought that they were selling off children under the age of 13's information. And they also found that by doing that, you put these kids at risk, not only of predators, but of giving away their parents' money and buying stuff without their parents' consent. So part of that, I completely understand. You want to protect children. You don't want them to accidentally give out their telephone number or their home address to random predators online. That is very, very important. But the fact that they can buy credit cards, or they can buy stuff on your credit card that you saved, that's your problem, man. You're an idiot. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid online, man. It's dangerous. You never know who this is. That's why I like to show my face. That way, at least you get a personal look at me. But yeah, so that's essentially what COPPA is. The Child's Online Protection something Act. And it is meant to protect those 13 and under from internet predators and internet scams. And it's supposed to stop collecting your data from the cookies that would be collected if you were, say, 37-year-old living in Milan, Michigan, like myself. So that's what COPPA is. The important part is how it affects you when it comes to YouTube. So, like I was saying, YouTube back in 2013 was sued for violating the COPPA Act, which has been around, again, almost 20 years. And in that suit, they decided to settle, I'm guessing, out of court for $170 million. Now, the reason anybody settles is because they know they're guilty. Now, because you don't settle if you're not guilty. Now, some corporations, maybe this is the case with YouTube, they settle because they don't want the bad press, but this has been going on forever, and they've been fighting it for about 4 years now, 5 years now. So they've decided that it was worth the fight, and now they have to settle because they're guilty of going against COPPA. Now, the reason this affects you is because YouTube has decided to not take any responsibility whatsoever and place the blame solely on people like you and me, the creator. So it is my problem that YouTube was giving away this information and not complying to COPPA laws, because YouTube didn't want to do anything to protect it from happening. So YouTube is a corporation. They are owned by Google, who is an even more massive corporation. And in a capitalistic society, corporations only want one thing: money. They want large sums of profit, and they want that profit to continue to roll in. Anything that might affect that profit is going to be squashed immediately, because in a capitalistic society, money is king. This is also why I'm not a capitalist, and why I could tell you in many, many different forms why capitalism inherently fails itself, but that is another video for another day. So either way, YouTube has placed the onus on us, the creators, to establish whether we make content aimed at kids 13 and under, or content that is not aimed at kids 13 and under. Now, what they're not telling you is that the FTC recognizes that there is some content for both. Not necessarily directed at kids, but not necessarily only for an adult audience. As a gaming channel, adults watch games. As a gaming channel, kids watch games. Now, there is a gray area in between that the FTC recognizes as the general audience. So, in theory, I've been running off as a general audience channel up until recently, when YouTube finally decided to make me choose for kids, not for kids. Obviously, I had to pick not for kids, because even though I did try to be family friendly, I'm not aimed at kids. I am for everybody that is wants to learn about games, wants to learn about politics, wants to learn about life, because some of the stuff I say might pertain to kids. Some of the stuff I say might pertain to adults. Some of the stuff I say, a lot of the stuff I say, might pertain to both groups. But the problem is, if the FTC sees my video and I'm a general audience, they don't like the fact that I'm a general audience. I put out something like The Awakening or something like that, where it's very, very not family friendly. I could get fined. Because I'm a creator on YouTube, YouTube could get fined. YouTube does not want to deal with that fine, so they're forcing me to put myself in a category at the risk that I might not necessarily fit that category. And it is for one simple reason: they don't want that gray area when it comes to lawsuits. They don't want that gray area when it comes to PR. YouTube wants to be every corporation. I'm not just blaming YouTube. We just happen to be talking about YouTube. This is every corporation in America. They would rather not deal with a PR scam than help those that are creating the content for their platform. Now, I've researched this a lot the last couple of days. The FTC recognizes that there is a general audience. Nor have they come out and said that they are specifically looking for designated channels to see if they can just start whopping out fines. But YouTube doesn't want to deal with it whatsoever. They don't want to take that chance. They don't want to hurt their platform. And then, if you ask me personally, there's a deeper concerted effort to squash the little guy. Now, what I mean by that are specifically channels like the Jimmy Dore Show, Secular Talk, the Humanist Report, stuff that goes against the mainstream narrative. PewDiePie. They've been trying to get PewDiePie off of YouTube forever now, but he's just so big, he brings in so much money that they're willing to let it slide. But if the FTC did decide to slap a lawsuit on PewDiePie, no way, shape, or form would YouTube be willing to help out their number one creator. No way possible. No way possible. They are going to throw PewDiePie under the bus, and this is a way that they can then banish him from the platform without people going, well, that doesn't seem right. So now the flip side of this, if you are a kids channel, you mark yourself as for kids. Now there's no more playlists, there's no more recommended pages, no more end cards, no more donation button, no more community tab, no more comments on your videos. That is basically a death sentence on the YouTube platform. If you have 1 million people following you, and every single one of them goes and likes your video, you might be okay. But if there's any indication, I have 1,600 subs on YouTube. I get, on average, maybe 50 views a video. Now, what helps me more than anything to grow is friends of your friends seeing that you commented on my channel. Friends of your friends seeing that you hit that thumbs up button to get me on the recommended page. That's all gone if I decide to label myself as a for kids channel. You don't even come up in YouTube searches. So if I was to Google a family channel on Google, if I was to Google a family channel on YouTube, it would not show up in my Google results. It just wouldn't. It just wouldn't. No more notification bell. So you guys are classified as a 13 or under channel. You don't get my notifications anymore. So you have no idea when I drop a video. It is basically a death sentence for anybody that YouTube does not decide is fit for their platform. And they're doing this very specifically, in my opinion, because they're tired of new people coming out and making money on YouTube and earning potential when it comes to possibly bad PR. But YouTube has decided not to offer this general audience on the assumption that if something were to happen, they now have no legal liability to help you in any sort of way. So their name does not get tarnished in any of it. Nor do they then have to foot the bill if something were to go through, if a fine was to be levied. Now, in my opinion, that is the complete worst thing you could do. It's the content creators that give you the YouTube platform, but it's YouTube's platform that's deciding, no, we're not going to back the people that earn us income. Just like every other corporation, like Nike, who decides, you know what? I know it's an American audience that buys our stuff, but I'm going to make my stuff in China because it's super cheap there, and I can earn more revenue this way. Capitalism 101, this is why I'm not a capitalist. Again, another video for another day. But either way, just wanted to kind of keep you guys heads up with this. I will keep you posted as to everything that's going on with COPPA and whatnot, if any major changes come up. But just wanted to kind of keep you guys aware of what was going on. That way, if you stop seeing some of your favorite channels, you'll kind of understand why. Now, there is a petition going on, but it seems like the petition is more to stop the COPPA Act than to get YouTube to actually protect its creators. So if you want, you can Google it, COPPA YouTube petition, but I'm not going to put it in the link down below because this is not the FTC. This is YouTube trying to protect its own ass at the expense of its content creators. So be sure you put the onus on the real person that's hurting you and I, and that's YouTube. That's not the FTC. Um, Either way, if anything else pops up, I will definitely let you guys know. To make sure that hopefully you're still getting all the content, hit that sub button, hit that notification bell next to it. Might not work, but that's the best way to find out whether YouTube is blocking us or not, is to hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, and see if you really do get the notifications for it. Um, if you do want more of the other content stuff, be sure to head on over to Twitch, hit that follow button, hit that notification bell over there as well. Then if you want to look into more of my personal life, be sure to head over to Twitter for the politics, and Instagram for the personal stuff. So at BigSweetC all over the board. Either way, that's going to do it for this one. BigSweetC, that's me, wishing YouTube, that's you, wonderful day, night, morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time of day it might be. As long as you're watching, I'm wishing you a wonderful watching time. Sweetness, signing off. Peace.